All right, so today, me and my buddy ABC are gonna be doing a little tier list for the top 10 characters in Legends. I'm not really a big fan, I'm doing tier lists, but having ABC here makes them fun, we could say. So, ABC, do you wanna say something before we start the tier list?
Yeah, obviously, like, this is just, like, our opinions, and so,
No,
like,
it's not. It's the official tier list. No
yeah,
wrong, we are right.
that's true. Yeah, we know better. But, like, obviously, this is, like, based off, like, 2 people in God rank, 2 people that play consecutively against, like, all these units, and so, um, if you feel like a certain unit is higher or was supposed to be lower, obviously let us know in the comments. But yeah, I'm ready when you are, dummy.
I'm not ready.
Okay, well, never mind. We're gonna start talking about Dokkan content.
Hey, yo, buddy.
So you want to explain the 1 through 11?
Okay, so number 1 is gonna be the best character in the game, and then number 10 will be they're good. They're still good, but compared to number 1,
Yeah,
it's like a huge gap. We're not saying they're not
Yeah.
usable or anything, but you're gonna have better odds on winning using the number 1 character and the number 10. And okay, it's basically characters that are like below number 10. They're good, but you know, compared to 10, 9, whatever, they're not the greatest, I guess.
that like what Dummy was saying. Like obviously, like we're getting to the point in the game now where like if a unit is like number 10, that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means
Yeah.
that like other units have better kits or they're in a better color wise or like the meta overall is just better with them. And so like at this point, you know, like even if they even make the honorables mentions list, like that's better because Legends has done a really good job with Zenkai's recently
Yeah.
and also like newer character kits. So
Yeah. Oh, okay, and number like below number 5 is basically means everyone less 4, 3, 2, 1 has like some BS mechanic. Technically, it makes them good or broken, we can say in a way.
Yeah, Legends always loves their broken units to make people summon for more. So
Yeah,
these are the units where they play for you. And so
basically, yeah. You have more odds on winning from like 4 and up than the other characters.
except for one for me, but that's different. And also, mind you, like we're judging these units based off like higher stars for our accounts, and so best equipment, you know. So
Basically, yeah.
like obviously there's gonna be some units that are star gated, and so we're just basing it off of like highest stars, close to highest stars, best equips, and you know arts boosted stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I mean,
for me, yeah, max for me it's like from 9 stars, because 9 stars is like the difference from 9 and 14 is not really a big difference.
right. Yeah, well, I'm ready to go when you are, dummy.
Okay, so for number 1,
Hey, yo!
then let's go for okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious for me, like Broly, Shin, Beerus, I guess.
Yeah.
Ultra Kaioken,
Mm-hmm.
and then let me see who else could be here. Vitel.
Oh no.
I don't know, dude. I don't like Vitel that much. I mean,
No.
I only used her like 5 games, so maybe that's why. And I haven't really checked like other teams but for like the few matches, like I don't know, the whole thing that she does, I don't know.
They made her the wrong color, that's for sure.
Also, she's green. I feel like she should have been like blue.
Yellow or blue or
I feel
something.
I feel like she should have been blue, because why are we getting I don't know if you noticed, every single banner we have a green character.
Yeah, no.
Like why is she green? Actually, the EX Gohan should have been green and she should have been blue.
Right. Well, the EX Gohan should have been a sparking too.
Also. Yeah,
We
sparking.
need to get rid of like sparking, like EX units entirely. They're impossible to pull, and like they're such underrated units that deserve like higher stars. So, um, yeah, I'd say for my honorable mention, like the two that I put down is Ultra Gohan, and
Ultra
then
Gohan. Oh yeah, Gohan also. I mean,
yeah, and then like
do you think Broly
yeah,
also or no?
yeah, anyone you could put up there. Like I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Shin was up there. I think Shin off the boost has really taken a hit on his defensive side.
Really?
He's just even like high star Shins are getting more shredded by like Gogeta now, you know,
Yeah.
Vegito. Like him on the boost, he was really hard to kill, but now it feels like he's just one of those units where he's still really good, but he can die a lot easier.
I
And
didn't
so,
see him at all.
yeah, that too. Like off the boost, I've seen way less Shins. Minus like Battle of Pride with that Majin Buu Saga team.
Yeah. What do you think of
Uh,
Kaioken Goku? Also in okay?
I think he's okay. Yeah. But Kaioken, I think that's it.
Freaking maybe Omega? No?
Yeah,
know.
you could do Omega.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, these are all units, you know, like obviously some are better than others. Like probably the most controversial is Ultra Gohan at this point. I play with Ultra Gohan like on my hybrids account like every day. And so like I understand the value that Gohan still has, but for just like your basic average player, like Gohan's not doing a lot anymore.
Yeah.
And so he dies really easy to a few of these other units, you know. He can't even be like rush control because of Vegito. And so really at this point, like Hybrids just needs another third unit for him to kind of come up.
Basically, he just need another good character to make him back to like the top 10.
It's crazy we're like 4 to 5 months with him, and he's still one of those units that if he's last man standing, he could win you the game.
But yeah,
Just-
basically, yeah. That's the only thing that I don't like. It's not like I don't like I don't like facing him when he's the last character.
Yeah. Just type neutrality, like kills endurance, like gets his vanish restored really quick. The two ultimates that you can get that go type neutral, the green cards obviously, and then the counter to blue cards. It's just they made him one of the best aging ultras in the game.
Basically,
And
yeah.
so,
What else for the okay? Do you
maybe
think?
I'll have
Baby?
baby up there.
Yeah,
That's for me.
I don't know. I don't like using baby. He just dies really quick for me when I'm using him. He dies so quick. Even Gogeta can one shot him.
Oh, I'd say Rage Shenron too then. Baby and Rage, unless you
Really?
have
In okay?
unless you had them higher. If you have them higher, that's fine. But for me, like those two were up there.
So
Justin.
so you're telling me you prefer using God Goku than Shen?
God Goku's not on anything for me. So
he's not even okay.
no, yeah, God Goku. Well, he can put him right next to Vegeta because they won't be going anywhere. So
Like you're right.
yeah,
They have their own tier list in the nothing zone.
in the nothing area. That's right. But I think Rage Shenron is like a really good character, but what he's kind of missing is like obviously it's like a coin flip with him. He doesn't really
Basically, yeah.
he doesn't get neutrality. Like he doesn't really get cover null, and so like arguably Baby's better than him, but I feel like there's 10 other units better than both of them at this point.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Baby would just be Baby and Barney is what we call them, would just be like in honorable mentions. So
I do think I don't know. He may be better than Baby.
yeah,
For me.
in moments, yeah.
Yeah.
I think high star babies can cook too. but
Yeah, I
Baby
guess, yeah.
is very squishy.
Especially his support giving like 30% against Saiyans or something. Like damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, just the extra and the equips too.
Yeah.
It's way better, and like a lot of these other units don't really have access. I mean, I guess like God Key, GT, and stuff, but like the units we're about to talk about, like definitely have more of a purpose for their teams than these two. I personally prefer Rage over Baby. I
Oh
know
yeah,
like
definitely same.
the meta is like Baby, Gogeta, and like Omega, but like at this point, like I prefer the heal that you get on the main ability from Rage, and also like the blue card. It's really funny.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, everyone else on that list would just go to my top 10. So yeah.
So now is when we go to the top 10.
All right. Well, Demi, you can start us off with number 10.
Number 10. I think Skinny Blue is a solid 10. In between
Yeah.
10 or 9.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, obviously, Evil Boo, you know, one of the most annoying sparking units that came out during the Legends anniversary. Really, like, a main stable piece for, like, regen, powerful opponent.
And
And
yeah,
then
Blue Saga also.
Boo Saga, for
Yeah.
sure. That team was incredibly hard to kill.
And sometimes it still is. That team is
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Especially
be
on high
much more-
stars.
Yeah, I'll be much more glad when he's off the boost next season, because just the constant disrupt that he gives on cover change, obviously the
Yeah.
key kill, the card destruction, he nullifies endurance on main too, and then he has some decent damage as well. He's not really the damage type; he's more like just the staller, just for
Basically.
you. Like, the sub count reduction is good. You're trying to run him, obviously, with, like, Kid Buu and Gohan, who both have, like, endurance. And so,
Yeah.
and he also debuffs. So, if you rush him, you can just swap into the other two. And, without any nullifying endurance in their kit, then they really won't be able to kill.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So Evil Boo, you guys play with him, you guys go against him. He's definitely worthy of being on this top 10 list as a sparking unit. So then what would be your number 9, dummy?
For number 9, it should be Samasu.
Really? Okay. Our lists are so much different right now, and I love this.
Which one do you have at 9?
Number 9 for me is Evil Boo. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like 9 or 10's interchangeable. My 10 was Ultra UI Goku, and so
I forgot about him. I didn't
Yeah.
even saw him. That's actually funny.
Yeah, but we were pretty close after that. So Ultra UI, I mean, you can put him at 9 if you want to,
UI?
or you can put him at 10. I don't like
Yeah, I completely forgot about UI. I didn't even saw him here.
W. This, guys, you can tell that these are not scripted. So, so
Oh,
wherever-
now that you mentioned UI, yeah. Oh, never mind. Let me switch to this. Yeah.
Okay. So UI goes to 10. So Ultra UI, obviously, I think he's probably one of the best aging Ultras in the game at this point. There's not really like a lot of reds going on right now, and the good thing about Broly is he's melee. His blue is melee. He doesn't have an ultimate. His
Everything
green card
is
is
melee.
yeah. So it's not really like he's getting touched by Broly. If he was Blast or something like Super 17, it'd be different.
Yeah.
Ultra UI, obviously, he still has the ability to like one-shot snipe like a Gogeta 4. He does great damage against some of these other units too, and so I think Ultra UI, obviously with his gauge, his blocking ability, the lock-in, he still deserves to be on the top 10 list. If
Yeah.
people want to,
Until we
Go
get like
ahead.
a really broken another red character.
yeah, like a red blast character. for sure.
Yeah, the moment we get a blast red, it is over for UI.
I can see people, and here's the thing, like obviously people will say like Ultra Gohan's better than both UI and Boo. Like we're looking more about like team comp than anything, and it's like Hybrids is in a rougher state, and Gohan on Sunfam is just, there's not really like a lot of blast-based Sunfams, and it's
Yeah.
like UI Goku's blast, but also like you can stall with him, and that's what you're kind of trying to go for. So, but yeah, I mean, there's not really like a lot left to say about Ultra UI. He's just like a really good unit that is there.
Yeah.
And
Dodge, and then if you switch, do the ultimate. But I don't know. These days, that ultimate's not even hitting hard anymore.
No, Yeah, I mean he's definitely aging, but he's still like I still feel like he deserves to be on the top 10 list at least.
But well,
Uh,
we were on 9. And we went on
yeah.
8 because I didn't even saw UI. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't saw. I'm not even joking. I didn't saw him.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
that's funny. It's just the images are so small.
Yeah, no, that's all good. I was like, dang, dude, his UI is gonna be like top 5 or something.
Dude, I'm pretty sure if you never mention UI, we will be at top 5,
Yeah.
and UI was still gonna be there.
Yeah. Now, dude, top 2. I'm like, dummy. All right, now we're getting in the scary zone.
Number 1, UI.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. No, it's Super Vegeta, of course. So,
Then
okay.
I guess number 8 should be just Chamasu
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Well, I think Zamasu is kind of in the same incident as Shin, where since Zamasu's been off the boost, he's dying a lot easier.
Oh yeah, he is.
The damage potential is still there. He still hits like a rock, and honestly, during the anniversary, he was one of the most feared units. It's like him
Oh
and
yeah,
Broly.
yeah. I remember that. Oh my god, he was like
Have-
killing everyone in 3 cards.
Yeah, blue, red, green. It didn't matter what color you were. You know, you would just die. Like his ultimate hit hard. Like, you know, thank God they didn't give Future a buff because he'd be like a really solid piece of the team. The debuffs that he's giving once he's dead, and the buffs that he's getting, of course, and the support. So, obviously Zamasu is a really good Zenkai. I was glad he got his Zenkai. And
Oh
so,
yeah. Also the I like the mechanic that he does when you vanish, that he blocks your green cards.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that's
That's solid. That's clutch.
well, every time like they swap in with the unit, he gets his vanish back.
Oh
And then-
yeah, that's also good. And he destroys like all your cards and stuff when you kill
Yeah.
someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his ultimate hits hard. Obviously, we talked about like the ultimate where it gives you nullification, endurance, and so.
It's actually the main, not the ultimate.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. The main ability, and so, yeah. I mean, Zamasu overall, it's like 10 out of 10 unit. Like, definitely deserving. I think the more blue units we get,
Yeah, he's out. Like we
He's gonna-
we only have like one strong blue character right now. Well, technically
Yeah.
2 in a way,
Yeah.
but you don't see a lot of Kid Boos.
no, yeah. I mean, and Proud Mode you do just because of that Majin Buu Saga team.
Dude,
But,
I
like,
don't even play Proud Mode. I don't even remember. The last time I played Proud Mode was for a video, and I was done. I
yeah,
was done.
no,
Like even in the video, I'm like, I'm not playing this mode anymore.
it's not really a game that's desired by a lot of people, so that makes total sense.
If only the connections was better, because damn, that's the whole reason. Because if you match against someone that has like ass connection, oh my god, 3 games?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, three laggy games is not it, and obviously when you have teams like Buu Saga where they're just so hard to kill, like any mess ups or screw ups like that, it just gets out of hand pretty quick. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, I mean, speaking about a blue unit, I guess we can both agree
Yes,
on number
on
7.
7, Kid Buu.
Kid Buu, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, literally from the dirt to riches. Like this unit,
Basically,
Uh,
yeah.
his blast card is super cancerous. Like obviously, the memes you would always see about his vanish restore and just people getting it back really quick. Like that's real on green card.
He gets like his vanish like 3 times in a row, like instantly.
Yeah, his main ability really doesn't hit that hard, but that doesn't really matter as he's just doing everything else so well.
Also
The he-
endurance, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has endurance now. The healing's pretty good. Only thing I would have probably gave him with, but I know like Legends never does this is like
what?
maybe blast armor, just cause like that's
On his strike card? Really?
on like his strike or something. Yeah, I feel like that would have just helped him out just a little bit more.
I
Like,
guess.
thank God they gave it to Zamasu's ultimate. I don't know why they did it in the first place, but Kid Buu overall is still like a really solid unit. And what was good was he was on so many banners that most people have him 14 stars, and so he's a really
Yeah.
mainstay second piece to like the Majin Buu Saga team. If you don't have Evil Buu or Gohan, you at least have Kid Buu, you know, and Vegito, maybe Shin, and so.
Actually, talking about blast armor, you know who should have had blast armor on a strike card? Freaking
Who?
Samasu.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I
How
think that,
how can Barney has blast armor,
yeah,
but not Samasu?
yeah, yeah. No, I
It
agree.
doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense at all.
Whenever he didn't have it on his ultimate, like imagine like catching them on like a mid-range blast, and then you pop it just to get like taken back because he's
Yeah.
on Zenkai.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
10 out of 10 game.
I think that happened to me when I was like doing a video before he gets a Senkai. I was recording. Guy used a
Oh
mid-range
my God.
blast. I'm like, yes, let's go. Boom. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
What happened? I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. He doesn't have
Yeah.
blast armor.
literally.
Guy
Whenever I
sucks.
first started playing Legends, man, it was I discovered that, and it was so painful. But Kid
God.
Buu, Kid Buu is like that unit that, you know, I think his defense is lacking, and so I think like when we get like maybe a better green unit down the line, he'll
Yeah.
probably age out, you know. But for now, he definitely deserves to be in the top 10.
It's for number 6. I was actually in between a couple characters, but I think I'm gonna give it to Broly.
Yeah, I think with like Broly, you know, he's one of these units that his main thing is he's like the hitting horse for your team. You know, he's on movies, he's on powerful opponent. And yeah, it's like once you kill a character, like and he transforms, it's like, man, it's like he's an avalanche.
Yeah.
And you know, Zenkai buffs, not Zenkai buffs, like the dude's hitting hard. I guess like the reason why he's not top 10, like top 5, you could like argue a couple of things. Number one is obviously like his defense. Like his defense does it, like it feels pretty lackluster
Oh
compared
yeah,
to
depending on
other
those
units.
stars.
Right. It's the lower the stars, the worse.
Yeah.
I've played in games where like someone's Broly died in like 2 or 3 cards, and so that's not idea. Even like post transformed, it's not like he's getting a lot. The second thing that I wish that they would have did a little bit better is like the lock-in mechanic that UI Goku gave. I wish that it would have locked out the opponents completely, and it would have given him like a blue card or something.
Oh yeah,
because-
I noticed he doesn't do that.
He doesn't lock in. He just
Yeah.
locks into one unit versus
Yeah.
both of them, and that's kind of, it feels like a nerf versus like what UI Goku had. I think if they would have locked in both,
Yeah.
and he would have gave him like a type neutral blue card, like
Yeah.
that's pretty good. But obviously, you could do it back to back with that lock in, so that's probably why they didn't want to nerf it. Why they had to nerf it, but it is like a design that's pretty lackluster. I feel like because of his defense right now, he reminds me of like Blue Namku last year, where he's just gonna age poorly. And the next really good blue unit we get, like, will probably keep him in the top 10, just like
Low.
9 or 10, honestly.
Basically.
Yeah, especially if it's an ultra. Oh gosh.
I think Broly works like the lock-in when the enemy only has 2 characters. That's
Yeah.
when it gets scary.
So our 6s are different. My
Really?
6 is yellow Gogeta.
Yellow Gogeta.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think Broly completely counters yellow Gogeta, unfortunately. Like Broly, obviously, everything about Broly, you know, he locks the unit in. He doesn't get affected by the key kill at 50% health, and really Gogeta off the boost right now doesn't have a lot of defense, and you're not really doing any damage to Broly either. For some reason, Legends doesn't like Gogeta, and so, but I respect you having Broly at 6. You know, it's just like for me, Gogeta kind of fell off a bit, but you know, we can go on from there.
I guess.
So 5 for you is Omega.
Let me think. Because now that you mention about Gogeta, I haven't faced Gogeta in a good second. Now that you mention it.
I think people are electing not to bring him in because of Broly.
Yeah, because the times that I face Gogeta, I'm not using Broly. Ironically, like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird, you know. Legends not matching me against Gogeta when
Right.
I'm using Broly. Oh, but I
Yeah.
match Gogeta when I'm using Mono Purple. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That's so weird. I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of get your point, but like I said, I haven't faced him that much, so I haven't had that interaction between those two. So the moment I face Gogeta while I'm using Broly, I can see what he's saying.
Yeah, Broly just completely just shuts down Gogeta, you know? And it's like, especially against like the Fusion Warrior team, it's
Yeah.
like Broly has Vegito, and so it's not like Gogeta has to fight Broly alone, but like at the same time, if Broly gets his hand on Gogeta, like it's over. Like, but he's not living.
Because
So
the moment that I see Gogeta is when they're using Gogeta, Vegito, and Ultra Gogeta.
Gogeta 4.
So
Yeah.
they're kind of like helping each other in a way.
Yeah, the team's more completed than movies right now. Now that
Yeah.
could change here in 4 weeks. You know, we got 2 premiere banners coming out here in about. We're recording on the 19th, and so we got another banner dropping next Wednesday, and then 3 weeks from then we got another banner. So we can see like a 2 like I don't know like 4 to 6 new characters for all we know at this point.
Yeah.
When like ultras or whatever could come out and completely change like the landscape of this tier list. So, but for now, Broly so would you say that Gogeta would be 5 or Omega?
Actually, I'm gonna put Gogeta.
Yeah.
Because that's a good point that I didn't think about. Now you mentioned about Broly destroying him, basically.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think about Gogeta just a good way to like counter the number 1 character, basically.
Right.
And then Gohan, but that's mostly it. I don't see other things about him.
Yeah, like obviously Yellow Gogeta, like the second premiere character that came out on the Part 1 banner, had like a little rough start, just obviously because Vegeta was so much more. Like the transformation takes longer to get to.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't like that he takes so long.
Yeah, I would prefer if they had like a dead ally.
Yeah.
You get fused, but I get it because if you were able to like fuse really quick with like both of them, then that would just be like super OP. Like preferably with how much more broken Vegeta was, I would have preferred if like they took longer. But I mean, I get it at the same time. So, but Gogeta, he's still obviously like a really good unit. He's just kind of taken a seat back, unfortunately, because of Broly. And at this point, he's still really good against the teams that he needs to be good against, and obviously the chain strike is like still one of the best things that came out against like all the counter mechanics. So Gogeta, I think he's still like a top unit.
Just definitely.
His color is kind of hurting him right now.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna put him on 5, but I'm like he could fit between 6 or 5. Either one for me.
For sure. He's 6 for me, but I understand like the reasoning. So, well, cool. Well, so now we're getting up there. I think
4.
we both agree on number 4 right now. That I'll let you.
Omega.
Yeah, I have Omega.
Yeah, Omega. Dude, I like Omega. So good. Especially the for me the LF is solid. One of the best ones.
Easily one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially the like details on the Dragon Balls when you're using the different dragons. That shit was clean.
Oh yeah, dude. It's crazy like how people were saying that Gohan's animations went to Gogeta. It's like no, Gohan's animations went to freaking Omega. Like Ultimate Gohan.
Yeah.
Like
basically.
Yeah, dude. They did such a good job with the animations. And honestly, he's like such a main staple piece now. It feels like for like GT
Oh yeah,
powerful opponent.
definitely.
You could honestly put him on like a few things, like the indestructible mode. Now here's the thing about Omega: is the reason why he's 4 for us is because he's higher stars, and so obviously we know about the star gap issue, where like he dies easier, you know, at lower stars.
Yeah.
But my Omega has tanked so many Gogeta 4 ultimates on like swap in just because he goes type neutral. Like it's not even funny. Like just how reliant he is, you know, like the swap in that kills a card, or that like locks cards, he goes type neutral. When you bring him in, he gets like card draw.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about Omega is the green card.
Yeah,
He should have get like a card or anything.
One card.
Yeah, anything. But no, he doesn't get anything. So it's like, oh, okay. So we're getting a bunch of buffs just to not use them.
And like he nullifies AoE green cards.
Oh yeah. Funny enough, I haven't seen that. So I don't know the animation or whatever he says.
Yeah, I only play him like sub, so like I don't really know but it's I've had a lot of times where people would like swap in and Gogeta really quick and pop the green just to realize that they didn't actually get me and I still PV them.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, but like Omega at this point, like draws 2 ultimates, you know, once his gauge is propped. And so, or not his gauge, his indestructibility. And so, there's not like a lot to say about this character other than like he's like I feel like he's gonna age a little bit better than some of these other units on the top tier list. And so, like right now, he's a green character in a highly saturated purple meta. You know, with like some of the best characters being purple.
And he's performing pretty well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So the moment we don't have those 2 broken purple characters,
yeah,
I don't know. He can even be top 3 at this point.
It's crazy because we've touched on like most of the GT villains at this point with the Shadow Dragons and, you know, Baby. And so it'll be interesting to see like where, you know, the year GT goes from here, but it feels like the villains on that side is done, and they wrapped it up pretty well with Omega, I feel like. So number 3, I mean, I can do number 3. I feel like we both agree.
Which one do you think? I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's for me it's the, you know, the weaker fusions, you know.
No. If anyone's still listening to this part at this long, Dummy just upset all the Bataras fanboys.
The fusions that haven't got a single win. Let's mention that.
Insane. Blue Vegito, dude. So, if you guys remember from like our last tier list, we had Vegito under Gogeta, LOL, and then they decided to release a really good green unit, and then a really strong red unit. And,
yeah.
And the blue unit survived both. And so, but you know, Vegeta was obviously the best number 1 unit up until like part 3.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, you could argue with Ultimate Gohan too, but like at this point, like Vegito has still like one of the best mechanics in the game.
Yeah, with the rush thing.
No guest rushes, you know. There's not really like a lot of greens to challenge him. It's like Omega is good, but it's like Omega's not really the damage dealer. He's more like the defensive support type that you just used to like survive with, you know. And so if they made Godku better, maybe Vegeta would be struggling more. But he also gets type neutrality on swap ins.
Yeah. He can fuse super quick. What else can you ask?
He kills Dragon Balls. He doesn't lose Dragon Balls with him. You know, he can farm up 2nd and 3rd rushes too. So just because you get rushed one time doesn't mean it's over. Like his main gives him Dragon Balls. He magically draws more. The teams he has with like Shin. There's you know, you could run like a Sun Fam team with other characters that can farm up Dragon Balls too. And so You know, he's one of these units where it's just he's gonna be good for a minute, and even off the boost, you know, he's really hard to kill on the prefuse side, because of like that kill all cards command, you know, or like counter that he gets, and so yeah, I mean Vegito is really one of the units that has aged the best. One of them that is still aging really good right now.
And he's not even on boost also.
Yeah, he just fell off the boost too. And so I think overall, you know, being third is a good spot compared to these other two that we're about to talk about.
So for number 2, for me, I don't know which one is number 2 for you, but I'm gonna give it to Gohan.
Yeah.
The whole reason, even though the removing your vanish, he does a lot of damage. He keeps getting green cards. He has the 17 bullshit.
Right.
But the only thing is that he doesn't really have teams. The only one that I'm thinking is just hybrids and Blue Saga. And hybrids is like it's not really on a good spot right now. And then you don't really see people using the Majin Buu Saga team that much. So he basically only has one team in a way.
Hybrids is in the mud right now, and it's like, yeah, like his team issues, like probably the thing that's affecting him. Once you get Gohan going, he really doesn't stop. Just constant blue and green card spam. Like obviously the lock-in, or not the lock-in, but the vanish kill ultimate, you know, where you can just
type
drop
neutral also.
Type neutral. Yeah, like people forget, like this Gohan, like just because like the animations are pretty mid doesn't mean that his kit is not. And he's gonna be like an annoying unit, just like the green counterpart down there. Like Hybrids just needs a really solid third option, whether that's like, you know, future Gohan Zenkai or something like that, where like they have like that support. And so, but for now, you know, Gohan is like a unit that just refuses to die. Like, you know, you can't rush him with Vegito. You can't really kill him with an ultimate. I've had, you know, him built up to like 3.9 million health, and he can tank like Gogeta 4 ultimate without like a Zenkai buff too, because there's no Zenkai options for him really. You know?
Yeah, it's like it's literally just the same thing as 17.
Yeah, he just exists to exist, and so you know, like people forget, like he has 2 different gauges. Once his gauge fills up, he's healing the team, and like he's killing, like the substitute count is really clutch. It's really hard to kill this Gohan. You know, the vanish restore off his green card. Like there's so much going on with this Gohan that truly he's one of the better aging units of the anniversary at this point. And you know, he's going up against purple or against yellow units, red units, blue units, whatever.
Anyone.
Anyone, and you know, he'll still be like one of the best units. He always has a green or a blue card. Just
always.
And that blue card is so quick.
It's a point blank animation.
Like
you haven't even clicked the blue card and he's already shooting the blue card.
By the time that you try to use Red Vegeta's ultimate long range one, he's already shot 3 blue cards at you and you're dead.
Yeah.
And you're dead. So yeah, it's crazy, but he's one of those units like I feel like will age good for a long time. So I wonder what number 1's gonna be, dummy.
We already know, buddy. The king himself.
Buddy, we did this bit before.
Well, number 1 is Gogeta. Well, guys, thank you all for watching.
I mean, yeah. What can we say that we didn't say last time? Or like literally.
Yeah, basically.
This is like like one of the most top premier ultras that is in the game right now. Like one of the most broken gauges that can literally counter anything. I still see a lot of people that don't know how to use his gauge correctly.
Really?
And like they just like I've
They waste their gauge on random cards. They don't care.
I literally can get Gogeta's gauge out with some players like by 162 timer counts. Like after like 10 or 15 seconds, like his gauge is already gone, and I'm like, well,
yeah, that's dumb.
yeah. I mean, if you guys didn't know, if you're a new player or still learning the game, the way you want to counter Gogeta is you need his gauges gone as quick as possible.
Yeah, basically.
Like if he's swapped out with the gauge, like don't try an ultimate. You can try to Rising Rush. He'll counter. He you know, he won't counter that. But some people think he does. And I don't know. I just feel like he's just one of the units that is constantly, you know, just a pain. His teams are really good right now with GT infusions and Saiyans.
For me, a good trick that you can do, well, it's not really a trick, but it's like the moment you see that he has gauge, just spam like 2 blast cards or something. Because sometimes the opponent doesn't have a chance to like switch character.
But yeah.
I mean, well, it all depends against who you're matching against.
Right.
But normally just spam 2 blast cards and then activate the gauge, and then you're good.
Yeah, so what he like means is like, say like this person's gauge is like almost full, so you know like
spam 2 cards. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so like once you click one blast card, just click the other as quick as you can, because
Yeah.
that'll like prop it. And then make sure obviously like your vanish is restored. Don't ever like try to prop the gauge like with the unit without their vanish, because you could get rushed, you could get ulted, because you do
Long
get
range
locked in.
blue, buddy.
Long range blue that cannot be canceled by like anything. And then yeah, I mean, gosh, you know, I think like one of the things that is lackluster about him and Gohan obviously is just the defensive sides. He just takes a lot of damage right now, you know, which without really any prominent yellow units, like that's terrifying, because when you get like a unit with an ultimate, he's probably gonna get one-shotted a lot more, especially off the boost. And so Last Man Standing is one of the most broken, goes type neutral the whole entire game, draws blue cards that restores vanish if you have 3 cards in your hand, the green card AoE, stuff like that. He gets Dragon Balls, he kills Dragon Balls, his ultimate gets 200% damage infliction. Like, he's just a one-man wrecking army. And so, you pray to God that if you're fighting a UG4, you can kill him as quick as possible, because you do not want to be fighting him last man standing.
Dude, yeah, that's so annoying.
Just the...
especially if you didn't have like, if you're playing against a good player and he's saving his counters for like the end. Oh my god, dude, that's so annoying.
There was like like during God rank grind last season, I played against 33 high star God rank players, and 33 matches in a row, sorry. And all of these guys knew his gauge so well, and it's just like, last man standing, like, thank God I still had my Rising Rush, because I was not gonna fight that. Like, yeah, they would try to like green card, and it's like, nope, here's my rush. And so, yeah, just overall like a broken unit, deserving at the very top. You know, we'll see from a month from now what, you know, this could look like. But
who knows? Maybe we get a yellow LF.
Yellow LF.
Yellow turles, buddy.
Yellow.
Believe on turling time.
It's, oh my god, no. I mean, even in like a yellow ultra, you know, there's just no telling what this campaign could look like. You know, like last time we.
When was the last yellow ultra? Kid Buu? No, it was UI Goku. UI Goku, my bad.
Yeah, UI Goku.
Yeah, that was like what, almost 8 months ago? Yeah, eight months. Yeah, 8 months ago.
Well, the last time we had like a blue was Janemba.
Yeah, so, that's even more. That's almost a year. Jeez, yeah, almost a year.
Last time we had a red was a year ago with VV.
Vegeta,
so.
yeah, dang, yeah.
Gosh, depending on the next Ultra color, this whole entire like map could change. Like we could literally see
Definitely.
Zama, if it's blue, Broly and Zamasu at the bottom, or even off. If it's red, you know, Gogeta and UI could be off. If it's yellow, Gohan and UG4 could be gone. If it's green, Vegito could be down. It's just so crazy how like one color with a good kit can just do that much. And
Basically.
so, I'll ask this dummy like, well, like what unit do you want to see off the tier list next time we do this?
Off?
Yeah, completely.
I'm hoping like gone.
Yeah.
Vegeta.
Yeah. I gotta agree.
It's just the rush mechanic. That's just so dumb.
That
Like
Vegito-
there's games that I'm like, oh, I'm playing good or whatever. He transforms and then he rushes, and even if I guess him, well, GG is over. That's game.
Yeah, you can get caught so quick too. Like you have to know like when your opponent's gonna swap in with that unit, because they'll just rush you no matter what. And so if they're not gonna give us units that can just counter that rush with endurance nullification, then like they just have to figure out ways to kill Dragon Balls, or like figure out ways just to counter him through a color. And so
Basically, yeah.
I mean, Vegito will be like a prominent unit, but I think like a high star, a good green Ultra. Which one was the last? I guess Gohan.
Yeah,
But,
Gohan was the last one. Yeah, but Gohan doesn't remove like buffs.
Yeah, no.
So that's the thing with Vegito. Like, if you
Right.
don't have a character that's removing buffs that he's facing, is that character's dead. Because you can switch to another character that has endurance, but they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Even if you guess them, that's the whole thing that I don't like. It's like, oh my
Right.
god.
Yeah.
And it's always funny that they transform. And I'm like, oh, let me guess, you have a rush. I see the I see the icon. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah,
It's over.
Yeah, they rushed the green Videl showcase unit, so dummy forfeits. Just-
Basically.
Uh,
Oh my god. Yeah.
For me, I feel like Evil Boo. I'm just tired of seeing that unit.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I hate that unit so much. I'm just ready
I
for him to
mean,
go
yeah,
away.
basically, but he only has like one team. That's the only thing.
I know.
Vegito, you can just add him on anything.
That's true.
Kid Buu,
I
you need like a full Majin Buu saga, so he can get like every single buff from his kid.
I just get reminded too of just like how toxic like that PvP message that's attached with him is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like I'm tired of seeing his face. Like, sorry, Jaspect, but Pat Fam needs to go away. So, now, like we said before, guys. Obviously, this was just our opinions. You know, we may have got some things wrong. We definitely feel like we got some things right though, and so let us know in the comments if you disagree.
Yeah, this is just for fun. At the end, everyone plays different. You have your own list.
Right.
We have our own list also, so it doesn't really matter. If you have fun with whatever character you're using, that's the important part.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this like. Don't take it too seriously. Like always, if you're not having fun with it, it may be time just to stop playing it. But overall, it's still like Legends has done like a really great job with balancing out unit. Well, not balance, but giving us more. Giving us. Yeah, that is not a word in Legends, but giving us more teams to play with besides just one. And so, like what they used to do, and it was really bad back then.
But yeah, guys, this is my official tier list. Let me know in the comments if you agree, you disagree, or if you have a different top 10 maybe. And I'll see you all in the next one.